Rob Tell on the track. Hop in the whip and I hit these switches. See that chrome suspension. Look at the car, you know who did it. I don't have to mention. They know it's Alex from Hoppos. Custom work come from Hoppos. I'm Rob Tell of 504. For anybody that gotta know, Alex stay with fresh content and he keep it coming like a slideshow. Never cut corners far as I know, but he cut metal with his eyes closed. Control arms, reinforced frame, still killing the game. You see the gun smoke from Impalas with the X-frame, doing tricks like it came from the X game. Everybody gotta tune in for the next one.
Nice. Nice, huh?
Oh, no. Ese güey denle recta a la casa, por favor.
Oh, no.
What's up and good morning, guys? How are you? Alex here from Hoppos with another video for you guys. And we're at the end of the year here. I wasn't gonna do another video. I was not gonna do another video, but things have changed. We're gonna be meeting up with some people tonight and you guys will see what's going on. But on top of that, I gotta show you guys a project that finally made its way over to us. It's been years in the making and well, we're here. Let me just show you guys. I'm not gonna show you guys what it is. I'll show you. Yep. Influencers in the wild. Look at that. Yep, that's what it is. So, again, I'm not going to show you guys what it is or what's going on until later. Leave you guys on a little cliffhanger. But it's a big project that we've known it's going to be coming. It just didn't know how fast it was coming. 2024 is going to be a shit show. 2024 has arrived. We were here. I told you guys that 2024 is going to be a crazy year. It's going to be busy. It's going to be nuts. And I'm not just saying that like YouTuber talk, like, oh my God, like what? Like, it's absolutely going to be nuts. And we're already starting off week 1 of the 2024 year with crazy projects. We got the Honda acting. We got Georgia filming behind us back here. We got tons and tons of things going on to where, again, like I always say that things just get more stressful. Oh, Vic, there you are, buddy. We just get things that are more stressful and tiring, and we just need to learn to just go, just hit it, right? So that's what we're doing. We're hitting 2024 running. We got one of the projects nearly completed already, which is on the other side of this machine. We got the Little Red's all up and running, and we got Georgia over here, and well, she's hacking away at the truck. Now what we're doing is we're having Georgia pretty much cut all the excess stuff off. And when I say excess, nothing's wrong with it, nothing's bad with it. It's just for the standards she's gonna want the truck at and show it for, you know, some upcoming shows in the future. We gotta update it and make it a little more presentable and up to nowadays standards. You know, this truck was starting to be built a few years back, so things have changed, things have progressed. So we're gonna just help her upgrade everything in that truck as far as the hydraulics, the suspension, framework, and stuff like that. Now, we didn't build the frame. We had no part of that. That was done prior. But we're just coming in, cleaning things up, updating some stuff, and really just cleaning it up. That's really all it is. At the same time over here, we got Manuel killing this frame right here. He's absolutely a freaking maniac when it comes to the frame stuff. And the crazy part is he just learned, and he's doing such a freaking great job on it. But yeah, I mean, we got tons of things going on in the shop right now. 2024, like I said, is just nuts as of right now. We got frame kits cutting up. This is gonna be frame kit number 2 for today. We got a few orders and a few, I think I gotta restock about 5 kits. But behind me, it's cutting. So, looking for that. I got everything already programmed. Push the button, walk away on that one for now. We got a lot of other stuff we're still working on. The 59 to 64 Impala wishbone, which that thing is about to be dialed. I'm very excited for that because it is all CNC cut, CNC bent, and also all robotically welded. So we're just kind of dialing everything in to make it really good and repetitive. Obviously with the machine it makes it repetitive, but we're trying to get it to the point where we could just, anyone could come up, push the button, and weld one if they're in the general area. Georgia's absolutely killing it on that frame right now. She just chopping right up like she's a professional. Mike, I think I found your replacement. Georgia's gonna take your job, dude. Just kidding, just kidding. On a serious note though, she really is killing it. She's familiar with tools and plasmas and welders. She obviously does it, but she doesn't do it every day. So there's obviously a learning curve. The more you're on it, the more, the more efficient you are, the better you are, and the more you're able to actually learn. Because when you have long breaks in between practicing a new skill set, it's a little hard to remember what you just learned. So obviously it's always great to just kind of keep hitting it. So right now with this build, the good part about it is she's actually going to be hands-on throughout pretty much the whole process. We're going to be there to help and guide her through and help her and just push her in the right direction. But for the most part, she's going to be doing all the work, which is great for me because I have 0 time to be jumping on another project. So it works out perfect. Yeah, I'm excited for this build. There's gonna be a lot of cool things that we're gonna add to it. A lot of things, again, we're just updating and just making a little more custom, that's all. Everything's been plasmaed away. She's just grinding out all the excess material that's on the frame and the chassis. We gotta get everything cleaned up before we get to the next stage. So after we get this all done, after she gets all that done, we're gonna hit the whole backside of the chassis with some finer sandpaper just to get rid of all the rust or surface rust or any type of contaminant that's been sitting on the frame for the last few months. That way we have a clean surface, we'll prep everything. That way we get ready to hit our next step and start designing and building out the battery racks and the pump racks to kind of situate everything in that location. Well, as Georgia's over there grinding away, she's been over there, I think, at it maybe about 3.5+ hours. She's knocking down all the high sides of the frame and everything she cut off with the plasma. I've been over here on the S15. We just got the wheels and tires mounted up. We went with a smaller size in the front because the way the body kit was mounted and everything was kind of put in place, there was no turning radius in this thing. So after we realized that, we had to order up another set of smaller tires, just one size smaller, which is really all that they had available for this. And then we had to start doing some modifications to the actual fiberglass, which we don't normally do this, but we did do the air ride, so we gotta make sure everything clearances and everything works out well. So everything's looking good so far. I think we got full radius and full turning on it. That's dialed in. We gotta put the little red back together because that one is like on the verge of just done, but we just gotta reassemble all the porthole on it. Got the laser putting in some work. We're cutting frame kit number 4 for today. Plus, I got battery racks cutting right now. So 4 frame kits already been cut. We're on battery racks right now. And the guys are working on getting set up, finalized, and everything like that. But we have another setup in the rear. Like I said, this whole year has just been absolutely freaking nuts. the dudes over here. These guys have been keeping me fed all day with material that as soon as one comes off, loading it, one comes off, loading it. It's been nuts, guys. Obviously it's a great thing, but sheesh, tired. Now let's go check in with Georgia real quick and see how she's doing on the frame and the progress she's made. All right, look like she's taking a little union break right now, but she got pretty much all the battery racks all cut away, cleaned up. She's still working on these top mounts where the cylinder plates were up there, but so far she's got majority of the work all done, as you can tell by all the shavings here. But the cool part is she's obviously learning a lot on here, and she's experiencing taking down and grinding a lot of stuff for the first time. She's obviously done a lot of work like this before, but she's working into full customization on this frame. And there she is.
We're trying to film a bit of an outro for the YouTube because not everybody wants to watch me grind for 2 hours straight.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of boring, but the gist of it is that things got cut out and we're grinding off all the old so that we can make room for new. That's all I have to tell you. I know y'all wanted an update on this truck anyway, so here it is, and good luck to me.
Well, Georgia's truck is in the works right now. She's gone, but we continue to work on it. We have a lot of things we gotta do. Like first, dial in the fuel cell because the fuel cell was just unsafe. And the fuel cell itself is great, but when the truck laid out, because the truck is body dropped, the frame and the body touch the floor at the same time, but the fuel cell touched the floor at the same time as well. So a few things we're going to do to adjust that is we're going to raise the fuel cell up roughly about 3/4 of an inch or so, just to be able to make sure that we can put a skid plate underneath the aluminum fuel cell, because if she ever lays out on a rock, or let's just say uneven ground, we don't want that ground or that rock to push up against that fuel cell. So first things first, we're going to raise it up. Then from there, we're going to do a skid plate on the bottom. Then we're also going to start doing the bridge mounts and the cylinder mounts. I just spent a few hours cleaning up the last of everything. She broke down majority of it for us, but what we're going to do now is just do the final sand. Also, the guys have been pumping away at battery racks, 4 battery racks, 2 battery racks, Impala brackets. Still working on the 58 frame. Also got a whole bunch of wishbones in the works, cylinder brackets in the works. But the biggest change so far is going to be we got everything cleaned up that got cut off. So everything's all cleaned up now. We got a nice clean finish on it, able to get it all nice and smooth. As you can see, we're kind of laying out some designs and getting some measurements, figuring out all the angles, and we got the fuel cell also raised up. So we cut some little spacers here, nothing too crazy, but we're gonna do some spacers here just so we're not reworking the fuel cell. But we got the spacers in. We're gonna get well, we have the jack under there right now. We're gonna get level on this, and that way we can start building the other brackets to mount on the bottom to protect it, and also the mounting brackets here. But I also want to have some support on the bottom side, because I could tell on this fuel cell that there is no actual like internal structure. So I don't want the fuel cell to have a bow on the bottom when this thing is filled up. So I know it's not a lot of weight, a lot of gallons or nothing like that, but I just want to take precautions prior. That way we don't have to rework stuff later. So spending a few extra hours designing out, you know, a support and a bracket to make this stronger and safer, I think it's gonna be the right way to do it. We just spent like the good last 2 hours or so designing out the bridge for the cylinders. And what we're doing right now is we're getting it all cut up. Let me show you guys. Got a cool little pattern, multiple overlays, a lot of designs on it, a lot of design pieces that she wanted incorporated into it that we added in there just to give it that custom touch. So guys, we have made some major progress on a little Toyota frame. Let me show you guys what's going on. So we managed to cut out all the battery rack, which actually Georgia did all this. She cut all the battery racks out, cut all the cylinder perches out, and let me show you. Boom, she got her new bridge in, which is multi-layered and reinforced on the bottom side. Obviously, we got our nice checkered pattern in there that she requested. There's a lot of room in here for detail. A lot of room for detail. So that's pretty cool. We're still waiting on rear end, and we're gonna be reusing that Watts Link partial of it, you know, certain parts. But we also got all the overlays in, which are right there. A lot of overlays, a lot of branding. Yeah, so far it's looking really good. We also got all the back overlays done as well. Same thing on this side as well. We also got gas tank fuel cell mount done. That one. But we're thinking that we might be actually changing it up. She might be going into a different fuel cell. So for right now, we're gonna leave that kind of on standstill. We're not gonna do much more on that until we know for sure. Other than that, we're waiting for front arms to ship. From there, we can start building the front end. We're waiting for the rear end to ship. That way we can start building the rear. We're still waiting on batteries to come. So there's a lot of things that we can't do yet until that stuff arrives. So right now we're on a standstill. We're really just doing more of a cleanup and just dress up for right now. Once those parts get here, then we'll obviously be on it full time. But there's a lot of other things going on this week that are absolutely crazy. Things that I didn't imagine even happening, but we got to go do a few other stops, I'm going to say. So that's going to be interesting. But for right now, we're going to end this video here. She'll be back next week working on it some more. For right now, I appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys next time. If you guys don't already follow her page, make sure you guys go on my links down below. Actually, I'll leave it down below and we'll link you over to her page. She's going to have a lot more in depth of what's going on. And again, appreciate you guys, man. We'll see you guys next time.
Hop in the whip and I hit these switches, see that chrome suspension. Look at the car, you know who did it, I don't have to mention. They know it's Alex from Hoppos. Custom work come from Hoppos.